Hello friends, this video on Matter and Magnetism Part 19 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till Part 18 before going ahead with Part 19. Now we will look at certain special cases of magnetic field due to this circular loop. The first one is the center of the coil. If I am asked to calculate the magnetic field at the center of the coil, how would I? So the expression which we found was mu naught I r square divided by 2 into r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. Where x is the distance of the point from the center where we want to calculate the magnetic field. Now if I want to calculate it at the center, that itself means that x is equal to 0 because I want to calculate it at the center itself. So what would be the value of B? B will become mu naught I r square divided by 2r cube. So that is equal to mu naught I divided by 2r. So this would become the magnetic field at the center of the coil. The next case is if the coil has n number of turns, like here I have just shown you one coil. Now let us suppose that if this coil is having n number of turns like this. So what will happen in that case? In that case, your magnetic field will also become n times, because in that case the magnetic field will be equivalent to the magnetic field due to n coils, right? So the magnetic field will become n mu naught I r square divided by 2 into r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. At center of different coils. Now let us suppose at center of different coils basically means at center of different types of coils. Let us suppose if the coil is not fully circular, if it is a semicircular coil or it is a small part of a circle and you have to find out the magnetic field at the center. Let us suppose you have a coil like this and you have to find out the magnetic field at the center. You just have this is your coil. In that case, this is not a circle, but if you know the angle which it subtends at the center, let us suppose the angle which it subtends at the center is phi, and this coil is carrying current I, and the radius of this coil is R1. Let us say this is I1. In that case, what would be the magnetic field? Now, the magnetic field at the center will be equal to mu naught I1 divided by 4 pi R1 into phi. So this would be the magnetic field at the center of the coil. That means if I don't know whether it is a complete circle or whether it is half of a circle or whatever it is, in that case we can apply this rule. That is the magnetic field at the center is mu naught I by 4 pi r into phi, where phi is the angle which is subtended at the center by the coil. Now you can prove the validity of this formula using this. For example, in this case, for a circular coil, phi will be equal to 2 pi because a complete circle makes an angle 2 pi at the center. So BC will be equal to mu naught I1 by 4 pi R1 into 2 pi. So this 2 pi will get cancelled with this. So you get mu naught I1 divided by 2 R1, which is same as this, right? So this is how we basically calculate in case of semicircular or partially circular coils, right? So this is all about your circular current carrying conductor. So now I think we are good enough to calculate magnetic field due to different current carrying conductors. Even if the conductor is of some arbitrary shape, we can just consider a small element of the conductor, apply Biot-Savart law, and then we can integrate that small magnetic field to get the total magnetic field at any point due to the current carrying conductor. So it is time that we solve some problems so that our understanding becomes clearer. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.